Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised. The holding cells at the Los Angeles Federal Courthouse, where a racketeering trial is underway. On trial, a brutal prison gang called the Mexican Mafia. A surveillance camera captures members of the gang waiting to testify. One of the members pulls out a knife, walks toward the target, and attacks him. Then, another man joins the attack. All the prison gangs in the U.S., there's none like the Mexican Mafia. Formed in the 1950s in a California prison, their brutality made them the most powerful gang behind prison walls. Over the next 4 decades, the Mexican Mafia built on their reputation for ruthlessness and began moving their operations out onto the streets. In the early 1990s, the Mexican Mafia solidified their control on the outside by creating an army of loyal street soldiers, all answering to a small core of powerful leaders.
I hated black people. I hated them all my life. I was always saying, man, we should just put them all together and just throw a whole grenade in there.
The letter M in Spanish is La M, another name for the gang. This connection between the prison gang and their street soldiers has been carefully maintained for the last decade. It was established with one of the boldest power grabs any gang has ever carried out. In September 1993, paroled members of the Mexican Mafia approached hundreds of independent Hispanic street gangs operating in Southern California. Typical of Latino gangs, they were at war over turf. Their crimes drew constant attention from law enforcement.
They're doing what they want. They're doing drive-bys, they're killing people, they're shooting kids, mothers. I mean, there's just nothing they won't do.
Drive-by shootings were out of control, and the police were cracking down hard. Mexican Mafia leaders got the word out. They wanted to hold a summit. Street gangs knew of the Mexican Mafia's murderous reputation and knew better than to disobey. More than 1,000 alleged representatives from warring Hispanic gangs gathered in parks across Southern California. This rarely seen surveillance video shows hundreds arriving in broad daylight at Elysian Park, near the LA Police Academy. The Mexican Mafia wanted to extend their control to the streets in order to get control of drug money. And La M got what they wanted, an unprecedented network of soldiers passing along. With their new control over this army of street soldiers, the Mexican Mafia became the most dangerous gang in California, 50,000 strong in LA alone. They were loyal to their prison leaders, who were locked up for life, with nothing to lose by continuing their criminal activity. More than a decade later, La M shows no signs of giving up its control of the streets.